So, what type of formulas or properties did we learn about in chapter 5? Double argument, half argument, composite argument, sum to product. In this chapter, you have to be very careful with what? Positives and negatives. And then it comes down to an application of these properties, such as what's cosine of 15 degrees? What do you use? Cosine of half of 30. Okay? You would look on your formula sheet for cosine of 1/2 A. You also, to get cosine of 15, could have done cosine of 45 minus 30. That would also give you the answer. Just to prove that they'll both give you the same answer, we'll do both. Plus or minus, you choose. You never use both of them unless you have no idea what size your angle is. What do we know about cosine of 15 degrees? It's positive. We would not use the negative. Okay? So, cosine of 1/2 of 30 degrees would be 1/2 times 1 minus, it would be 1 minus cosine of 30 degrees. What's cosine of 30? Root 3 over 2. Depending upon whether or not you want to distribute and then make your common denominator, or make your common denominator and then distribute, it doesn't really matter. 1/2 minus root 3 over 4. Change 1/2 to 2 over 4. Now you're basically looking at the square root of 2 minus root 3 over the square root of 4. So you're basically looking at the square root of 2 minus root 3 over regular 2. Now I could do the exact same problem using cosine of 45 degrees minus 30 and basically use the formula for cosine of A minus B. What's the formula for cosine of A minus B? Cosine A, cosine B, plus sine A, sine B. So that's cosine of 45, cosine of 30, plus sine of 45, sine of 30. What's cosine of 45? Root 2 over 2. Cosine of 30? Root 3 over 2. Sine of 45? Root 2 over 2. Sine of 30? 1/2. We get root 6 over 4 plus root 2 over 4. We get root 6 plus root 2 over 4, which actually is the same as this, but they look kind of different. We could give you, find sine of 105 degrees. Let's say they say use a composite argument to do this one, because again, we could use a half angle argument. Okay? So let's say they tell us to use a composite argument. That means sine of A plus or minus B. Those are the composite arguments, okay? So you either use sine of 60 plus 45, or you use sine of 135 minus 30. Okay? Most people, I think addition before they think subtraction. Okay? So sine of this is sine of A plus B, which is sine A cosine B plus cosine A sine B. So this is sine of 60 cosine of 45 plus cosine of 60 sine of 45. Sine of 60, root 3 over 2. Cosine of 45, root 2 over 2. Cosine of 60, 1/2. Sine of 45, root 2 over 2. What's the answer? Root 6 plus root 2 over 4.